So walk out, I'm still full of anxiety, I'm still full of tension. The sunrise comes up. This is me the day before. I sport my SC gear, so I want to do
Nice.
give a little shout out to the, yeah.
Right on.
When I saw that picture, I thought it was perfect for this occasion. So go on to the next picture. And it was unbelievable. So this unbelievable calm came over me as I'm looking at this going, that is awesome. So go on to the next picture. There's one more that, so you see people kind of warming up, and the beauty as the sun comes up and the camaraderie of all these people. We're standing next to each other, patting each other on the backs, shaking hands, good luck, have a great race. And then all of a sudden, it goes from this beautiful, serene camaraderie brotherhood to, I don't remember a shotgun going off or a shotgun start or a countdown. I just remember seeing everybody charge to about a 20-yard part of the ocean. 1,600 people charging for the same 20 yards in the ocean. So hit the next slide. That's everybody going to the exact same spot to do the swim. And absolute chaos ensued. As everybody's running, it went from brotherhood to a battlefield very quickly. Go on to the next picture. So you're in this little square foot, and you're trying to swim, and you get your normal stroke, except for every time you get a stroke, you get somebody's elbow because they're stroking too, and they're doing all this, and so you have 1,000 people in this area that's throwing elbows, and you're getting hit in the back, and you're getting punched in the head, and you're getting kicked in the head, and let's talk about how much I like the ocean again. Because now I'm getting all this anxiety about, oh my God, getting held underwater, and the feelings of being held under that riptide start to come back to me. And these people were not helping my calm, serene state that I had not more than 5 minutes ago. In fact, to the point where my mind started to have so much anxiety, and my chest started to squeeze up, and I couldn't breathe. My throat was getting so tight, and I couldn't catch my breath. So I looked up, I decided I've got to pull off to the side and wait for everybody to go by. I'll just wait. I'll just be the last guy to get out of the swim. I'm totally cool with that at this point. I looked up to see where there's a spot for me to peel off and get out of this swimmer soup. And what I saw was the buoy, this big orange buoy that signaled that's where I was going to turn and go take a left to keep going on this journey. It's kind of an M-shaped swim. And when I saw that buoy, something clicked. All the training I'd done, whatever images I'd been telling myself, my body was going to get me to that finish line. Because as soon as I saw that buoy, the fear went out of my body, the calmness came back. In fact, it changed from calmness to aggression, but in a controlled way. All of a sudden, I was the guy in control. I was going to be the guy throwing elbows. I was going to be the guy be swimming through people rather than the guy who's having people swim over me. So, going to the next slide. So you get to the bike transition, and here's me coming out of the bike transition. And the first thing I do is look at the sky. Is it raining yet? And we had clouds. It was kind of gray, but no rain. So as I'm coming out of the bike, I say to no one in particular, just kind of look up and say, hey, if you could just hold the bike for the first half, the bike is 2 laps. And so you'd go out and come back, and that was the first 56 miles, and you do that lap again, same loop. If you could just hold off the rain till I get back here, that'd be cool. I'd be on top of the world. That'd be a good bike. So I get out and start going, and had a race plan. I was going to go out really slow on the first quarter of the bike. I'd broken the bike into 4 segments. First quarter of the bike, I was going to go out really slow. Make sure I could start eating, start rehydrating, and as I'm pedaling along, I was kind of hoping to go 15, 16 miles an hour. And I'm going 18, 19 miles an hour. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, my training's really kicking in. I really am a super athlete. We get to the first quarter and turn around and get into this bitter headwind. I realize I'm not that good an athlete. I just had a tailwind behind me the entire way. So now my speed's down to about 14 miles an hour. And I'm working harder than I ever wanted to as I'm heading back towards the little village. I'm on the second half of the bike, but no rain yet, so I'm feeling pretty good. I get to the turnaround point and decide that I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I'm kind of excited. We see my Lida leading our little cheering section, and so I see some people I know and some smiling faces, and it re-energizes me. So I start going a little bit faster, and I know I've got the tailwind, so I'm really going to make as much as I can with the wind behind me. I look up, no rain, so I say, hey, just till the turnaround point, just to the third quarter of the race, hold off the rain, and I'll be thrilled. We get to the third quarter point, no rain, so I'm still on top of the world. And I'm thinking, okay, feeling pretty good. What could go wrong from here? You know, I'm only a quarter left of the bike, and then I feel confident about the run. Well, that last quarter of the bike was a little rougher than I thought, but as I turned that corner, I said, okay, just hold off the rain until the end of the race. I'll run all day in the rain. You can rain as much as you want on the run. I don't care. Just the bike. Just let me finish the bike without any rain. About 10 miles after the turnaround point, my back started to tighten up. So I started to get lower back pain. About 5 miles later, I got a big cramp in my stomach. And so I've been eating all this food, trying to hydrate, and I've got this cramp in my stomach. And so I'm like, well, I've got to slow down. I slow down from about 18, 19 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour. And it's painfully slow at this point after I've gotten into the rhythm, but I knew that I'd have no problem. So what could go wrong at this point, right? My back tightens up. I'm getting cramps in my stomach. And then I feel the raindrops. And first thing I did is I looked forward to see if there was some guy in front of me that kind of had his hip shifted and see if that's where the water was coming from. And there's something strange about an Ironman, because the first thought that flashed through my head is, damn it, that guy's not peeing on me. It's actually raining. Like, only an Ironman could have you conflicted on that issue. I guarantee it. So now we're getting into this is about mile 95 of 112. And I realize it really is starting to rain. And about mile 100, it starts to rain harder. And then shortly after that, it's an absolute downpour. And you know, this is the emotional part of the race for me, because what I saw, what I heard that kind of accompanied the downpour of rain was, you know, sometimes you hear thunder, like a clap of thunder that goes with the rain. I actually heard my dad's laugh, like this. He's got this big belly laugh, and almost as soon as that rain came, I mean, it was the skies just opened. It went from sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle to whoo, and that's when I heard my dad's laugh that accompanied that, and I knew at that time that I wasn't racing alone, and it was a really neat part of the race for me. So.